everybody, Jesus loves you. My name is Cody. It's Friday, and this is a Christian news show thing that I do every Monday, Wednesday, and, well, Friday. Truth! And the first story we need to talk about today is Powerball, not because I care, but because it's everywhere, and if I don't talk about it, I'll feel bad for not talking about headline news. The jackpot got to $587.5 million, and people in Arizona and Missouri have won. And those winning numbers were 5, 23, 16, 22, 29, and the Powerball was 6. And so, to that I say congratulations. With all that money, I hope you do something with your life, and charity's a thing. And then also another news story that has the internet buzzing today is about Romney and Obama's lunch. Romney arrived at the White House yesterday around 12:30, and then he left around 1:45. The entire lunch was behind closed doors, and there was no agenda given to what they were talking about. There's been a lot of speculation of what they were talking about. My guess would be that it was about the economy, but nobody really knows. One thing for sure, it is really surprising that Obama even invited Romney to have this lunch after Romney, just after the election, had insulted him so badly about his donators. And because news stories were just weird today, we have a story coming out of Pennsylvania about a guy who stole $1.50 from a church. The 31-year-old Jason Stover forced his way into the Holy Trinity Orthodox Church in Pennsylvania, turned the place upside down, and then ended up stealing $1.50. And obviously the jar of quarters just wasn't enough because he then got arrested. His hearing was yesterday. And then we go to a news story that brightened my day, and that is Google Drive, which actually has been a thing since like May. Now, I didn't know Google Drive was a thing, but it's a lot like Google Docs where you have this cloud, you can put all your files, and you can share those files with other people. And kind of the cool thing is Google's been so good about just throwing all of their stuff, even the stuff that's unpopular, into one thing. They are now making Google Drive part of Gmail. I've been playing with it a little bit. Right now you get 5 gigabytes, which is really nice. They're talking about doing 10 gigabytes for free. And then if you want an additional 25 gigabytes, you pay like $250. I haven't found out how all of it exactly works, but like I said, I've been playing with it. I'm trying to figure it out. It could be really useful. Personally, it's really going to be useful for me and my editor. Because we use 2 different computers, I do my news stories on one computer and then she edits on the other. Now I can send her the news stories a little easier, even though it's not really that big a deal because it's just an Office document. And I can also send pictures, which I haven't been able to do a lot of at one time before. And then people are making a really big deal about Madison, Wisconsin, because there they have an Atheist Nativity scene. For Jesus has a little girl, the wise men are like Darwin, Einstein. It's, you know, it's an Atheist Nativity scene. And I get it, Christians have a ton of one thing, atheists want to have their own thing, at least put it somewhere. But the one thing I really don't get is why it celebrates the winter solstice. I mean, I have a friend and she's Wiccan, and she celebrates the winter solstice, and I understand that because in their faith they believe that winter solstice is a really big deal. But I have to say, I really didn't know that atheists looked at the winter solstice as a big deal. So if it is, happy winter solstice to you. Honestly, I thought atheists celebrated Xmas, and they made sure to put the X in there and not Christ, and they just celebrated by giving each other presents. Sadly, I thought it was just a lot like what Christians do. That was a burn on us. Boom. And because it is the loving time of the holidays, we have to go to Western Piedmont Community College, who is saying you can't sell Christmas trees, you have to sell holiday trees if you're going to be part of a school club. And the students are raising money for their school club, but because it's a school club, they're not allowed to have Christmas trees because that's not separation of church and state. And I'm sure this is very important to a lot of people, but for me, I just look at it and I go, really? This is stupid. I mean, let's just look at it. Christmas trees have nothing to do with Jesus, and nobody goes out to buy a holiday tree. That's my take on it. I don't know about yours, but it's nah. I think I need to point out that I don't think the nativity scene thing was all that big of a deal either. But hey, because I love making Christians look good, we need to talk about Pastor Robert Gass from Texas. Just so you know, news stories are going downhill from here. Pastor Gass is 60 years old. He's a senior pastor at Baymont Community Church. And right now he's in prison because he does cocaine. And if that's not weird enough, we can talk about the Arizona pastor, Mark Dirksen, who is now in jail for distribution of different drugs. And I would make some kind of joke that maybe he was the dealer of gas, but he doesn't go with that light stuff like cocaine. No, he does heroin and meth and other prescription pills. And during a stakeout, the police saw 30 deals being made within one day at his house. So yeah, the case is ongoing. He has been arrested, and that's the news story I'm leaving you with. Because I'm a terrible person. And because none of these news stories were normal, the question of the day for you guys is, what's your favorite candy? Please leave a comment in the comment section below with your answer. Leave a video response if you want to. That's all that I found interesting. Very interesting in the news today. So in closing, let the haters hate, let the Christians pray, and to everybody like, subscribe. I'll see you later, and God bless.